What's up guys, it's Flip and welcome back to the channel. The time has finally come. Season 5 has arrived and with it brings a lot of new content, including new weapons, new maps, new Warzone changes, a brand new battle pass and plenty more. Today we're going over everything that came in yesterday in the 1.24 update. So if you do enjoy the video at any point, make sure to let me know by leaving a like on it and subscribing if you're new and want to keep up to date with all the latest Call of Duty news, updates, leaks, tips and tricks, with notifications turned on to know when I next upload. As many of you already know, it is a very thick update. On PlayStation it's 36GB, Xbox 49GB, and for PC if you own the full game it's 54GB and 47 if you have the free to play version. If you do have PS4 or Xbox, then once your game is finished updating, the overall size of the update will shrink, don't worry. Meaning that it won't take up as much space on your hard drive. Let's start with multiplayer first. We got given 4 new maps to start the season. One for ground war, known as Verdansk International Airport, and this is fairly obvious that it is airport from Warzone. We also got a new gunfight map known as Livestock, which is just a barn similar to what we've seen from Krovnik Farmland, cut down to a 2v2 and a 3v3 size. We also have 2 new multiplayer maps, 6v6 of course, the first being Petrov Oil Rig, which is pretty self-explanatory. It takes place on an oil rig. It has a few lanes through the map and you can also fall off the sides, so be careful around the edges. And then finally we've got Soldo Harbour, which is actually a remake map from Call of Duty 1. It's a pretty standard map and has a lot of room for close quarters engagements and a few areas to snipe. With yesterday's update, we also got a playlist refresh, including the new mode, Search and Destroy Double Down. In a nutshell, it's kind of like Ground War S&D, as it has a 12v12 instead of the standard 6v6. This should be a lot of fun as you can go for higher kill games and you're always going to want to watch your back. Alongside this Double Down mode, we have the standard quick play, Ground War, Gunfight Blueprints, Oil Rig and Harbour 24/7, and also Face Off Livestock. Now as this is a brand new season, with it you also get a brand new battle pass, and of course there is a free version which you can get both of the new DLC weapons this season. At tier 15 you get the new ISO SMG, and at tier 31 you unlock the AN94. And of course if you want to unlock everything the battle pass has to offer, then you can spend 1000 COD points to gain access to all of that. Throughout the pass you can earn even more COD points, which would help you unlock the next season's battle pass for free. The Battle Pass features new operator skins, weapons, blueprints, charms, stickers, calling cards and operator quips. Now getting into the Warzone side of the update now. And wow, did Infinity Ward turn up for this one. We saw the biggest change to the map to date. The stadium's roof was blown off by roads with a C4, and now we've got a way into the stadium from above, and it also has an interior. This will definitely be the place to go for high kill games. There's so many high vantage points and different directions from where you can get shot at though, so you'll have to be alert at all times. Also, the majority of the lobby will be landing here for the foreseeable future, so be careful where you drop. We also saw an update to the train station, where it now has an interior where you can go and loot inside, adding more depth to the train station itself. It's obviously not as substantial as the stadium update, but it's still pretty cool. Another thing that's an obvious change is the moving train, which has a ton of loot, including an ammo resupply station, and is great for transportation, but obviously depending on the zone. We also saw some exterior ascenders in the trailer, and their purpose is to get you to high places quickly, like the elevator cables in the buildings in downtown, but they're on the outside instead, meaning you can get shot, so be careful. The new Warzone playlist update was fairly simple. We now have Battle Royale quads, trios, duos and buyback solos, which is basically stimulus. We also have a mini royale, where there is a smaller number of players in a smaller part of Verdansk. The game from start to finish probably takes around 10 minutes, and we also have plundered blood money too. They also added some mastery challenges to Warzone, including getting 100 and 200 victories, and also getting a certain amount of contracts in a game, and so on and so forth. The tracking doesn't seem to be completely up to scratch yet though, so be careful. However, these are still available for everyone regardless. With this update, they brought a few back-end changes, such as an inspect element, which is pretty cool, and will be good for the content creators with the ease for thumbnails now. Another big thing that will have affected many of you is that when you have stopping power rounds equipped, and then you get your loadout, they disappear. That's been removed, and the gun on the floor will still have them in the magazine. They also sounded like they listened to Dr. Disrespect with concern around the footsteps and the audio. They added a delay when transferring to heavy footsteps into soft footsteps, meaning going from a sprint to crouch walking. Something else that surprised a lot of people in the community is that there was no weapon tunings in this update, and they will be done at a later date. We all certainly thought that the Bruin and the Foul would have been nerfed slightly in order to make more guns more competitive in games. And finally, in the Gulag, they announced that they would rotate the weapons used every week to stop it from being the same set for the whole season. After the first week of every season, the Googe would get pretty stale, and everyone would hope for one gun that was actually good, like in Season 4 it was the Foul. Another thing whilst we're on the topic of the Gulag, if a most wanted contract is completed by your teammate, you don't have to be fully dead in order to be revived and brought back. You can be in any state, meaning that you can be waiting for the Gulag fight or actually in it. And that is basically everything that changes in the massive 1.24 Season 5 update in Modern Warfare and Warzone, and it's going to wrap up today's video. Like I said before, if you did enjoy the video at any point, make sure to let me know by dropping a like on it and subscribing if you are new and want to keep up to date with all the latest Call of Duty news, updates, leaks, tips and tricks with notifications turned on to know when I next upload. Thanks again so much for watching. I've been Flip. Peace.